Okay.
And I think we're back live. Okay, so first of all, hello, because I didn't get the chance to say hello to stream yet. Since I arrived a bit later. So for those who did yesterday, I am Lut. I'm going to be with Catboy Omen, aka Crow.
Yes.
The other casters had to go, but you know, we're just gonna do it together and it's gonna be great. So I didn't cast the previous match, you did. So come on, tell us your impressions.
Okay, so not only was it a slog that lasted over an hour, we saw some amazing plays from basically everyone. I think everyone on both teams. Man, sorry, I just read what was in the match.
It's okay, it's okay.
I think that I saw a round-winning play from about every single person on both teams. These games have been so close just the entire time. They were going back and forth and back and forth, and no one could really break through until ELDERGAY just decided enough was enough. I guess when it's 16-15, you just start seeing red, and you just go.
Yeah. But definitely it's a moment where you're like, okay, this has to stop. It has to end.
Yeah. Especially when they got those early picks in mid, and they had the numbers advantage for the rest of it. And while Dal is definitely a formidable force, I think that being in a 1v5 with 20 seconds of the bomb left is pretty impossible.
Yeah, well,
in any situation.
Yeah, it really depends on the agents, but really you have to be very fast and do a lot of multiple kills, so that's very hard.
Especially on Killjoy with no util left, really.
Yeah, absolutely. But, well, you know, at least they offered some spectacle, and I'm actually very proud of what ELDERGAY did today, because we remember yesterday when they started, you know, it was very difficult for them. I'm not gonna say they were stomped by Boobgir at some point, and you know, they started to rise again. Yeah, and I feel like ELDERGAY has just been a rising force, you know?
Definitely a little bit of an underdog story.
We love
an underdog story.
We do love an underdog story, and it's even the revenge against Boobgir, because we didn't win anything against them the first time, and now we have a round against them.
We see a bit of a different team comp.
Absolutely, we are going on
ELDERGAY.
Breeze. Absolutely, we are going on Breeze because you know, there was a 1 vote difference, and Destiny, I'm not gonna say it was me, but Destiny decided that Breeze was gonna be the torture today.
I mean, I also voted for Breeze at the end, so
I think the production team all voted Breeze, and the others were just very good viewers who didn't want them to suffer. But yeah,
whoever voted Bind, you won in my heart, don't worry. I voted Breeze though because I want them to suffer.
You know, there are a lot of things that I'm loving here, loving to see.
Love the Viper.
Love the the Viper has not been okay. It's been locked.
There we go.
We remember Popstop's Viper. Popstop's actually is being able to return. I just noticed because
Popstops is back.
Yeah, they had to be filled in by Yandex previously. I also like we are seeing Runa's Brimstone again.
Oh, the Brimstone.
Exactly. I think I casted both of Runa's Brimstone games yesterday, and honestly, I'm still amazed at what they did with the ults.
Yeah, there was some amazing Brim ults, and really, really quick. Honestly,
yeah.
I think multiple times, got the ult and almost immediately used it, and extremely well as well. It was insane.
Definitely, and we have Light again on Verena. We love Light's Reina too. The Phoenix, I don't think that player played Phoenix yet.
With Lunarian on Phoenix.
Yeah, I remember Lunarian on Cypher mostly yesterday. I really liked Lunarian's Cypher, and I'm really curious what she's going to do on Phoenix.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Lunarian's Omen last game. That was
The Omen was also
a dominant force.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But now we get to see a more aggressive. Omen's pretty aggressive, but an even more aggressive character. And
we loved the
what she can
Omen,
do with
so...
Always love the Omen.
Okay, Runa taking the first pick on A, and it's really
gets Lunarian in Hall, but Light is able to get bottom team on site.
Absolutely. A
Now
little
on your roof.
Yeah, that on your roof is also something I'm very interested in.
I reckon Dal could make some pretty good plays.
Definitely.
Especially with those flashes.
Oh, but
it's caught off by Runa.
Runa is still there to stop them. But
last player standing.
Runa is really carrying this one around right now.
Standing ahead.
And that's actually two-man living, so that's a good start for the economy and everything. Now I wonder if they are going to buy. Remember that we are, well, you know, it's a very amateur tournament, so we have the live version, not the previous one. So we have the new economy, and there's always that question of will the player? Well, there already was that question before, and even more so now. And
it looks like Team ELDERGAY did buy. We're seeing a couple specters.
Absolutely, a light buy, but it can very make the difference against pistols.
Maestro and Dal already taking some hits. Dal also has a Spectre.
Dal is
so
not
Dal
afraid
has
to
no
take
money anymore. Yeah.
Well, that's obviously a strategy. You know that they're going to buy, so you counter buy to try and break them.
And Light catches Dal.
Oh.
Lunarian gets pops. The flash not connecting on anyone. But Maestro.
A very good wall for stage. A very good
Lunarian with the double.
Exactly, a very good wall, but at the same time a bad wall actually. Blocking the vision for Lunarian to take the kills, but actually allowing Lunarian to go in a very specific position and get a kill.
And this dies to the bomb for economy reasons.
Exactly, and that's gonna be a second one for ELDERGAY here. Now ELDERGAY is still with their economy, and I think aside from that, no one bought, so they might be able to counter buy on this one.
We might see... Well, Feeble Excuses has a Vandal, but I feel like we're gonna see more rifles from Team Boobgir. Yeah.
Exactly.
Got in the tripwire! Maestro's able to get 2! Despite being revealed.
Exactly. A very
Dal
good
gets a
there.
3rd, and it's now a 5v2. Feeble Excuses and Light.
Yeah, that's a very...
Gets Light down low.
A very good...
Gets a lot of info.
Absolutely, and a very good use of the Cypher utility here from Maestro.
Oh, absolutely, that was amazing.
Now the attacking side is...
and Light are pretty stuck in elbow.
Well, they don't have much solution. Either they go in or they rotate, and it looks like they might be going for a full in.
Light makes their presence known to the enemies.
Nothing connected.
But doesn't get the pick.
Well, it is a Spectre, so at this distance it can be a bit difficult.
Dal going in with some flashes.
And nice
and
and
Light
actually
getting
on the flank.
On the Maestro.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
Was alerted to Nusynth on the flank, is able to get the pick. Lives on 6 health.
Oh, 2 now.
The heal brings it back up. Good. But it doesn't matter. Bottom team is able to get the pick, and we have a first round for Team Boobgir.
A very difficult situation here with so few HP and so many people around. And now the defense has full weapons, which I think they didn't all have previously.
We're seeing some mixed buys here. Pop stops with the Phantom, but Ysynth with a Ghost. For the defending team. Lunarian putting a wall up mid so the team can cross. But Dal getting a pick on Feeble. Ysynth goes down. Lunarian able to get pop stops down. Despite
Absolutely, and the stage
Being
actually
in
being
fire.
protected by the Brimstone, the enemy Brimstone smoke, which proves to be a problem for CEO later.
gets the Brimstone ult off. But Dal is able to take out Runa. Now it's Light and Lunarian.
Last
It's a
player
2v2
standing.
now. Oh, a 1v2.
1v2 for Dal.
Dal.
And Dal gets caught off guard.
Yes, unfortunately,
Pulling out their gun.
yeah, unfortunately, the Euro ult can be a good reposition tool, but when people are expecting you, getting out of it can be very dangerous.
Yeah, Lunarian was able to spot Dal while the ult was still active and didn't was just too quick for Dal to pull out a gun.
Absolutely. That's really the problem with Yoru. You have to. It's kind of the problem with a lot of abilities. You have to be aware of how much time it takes for you, well, to get your gun out when you need. The same time.
Yeah.
The same with Reyna's Fate, for example.
Yeah, definitely. And while, yes, you pull out your gun faster than, like, an enemy pulling out their gun, if they're expecting you and already have their gun out, it's a disadvantage on you, which you have to play around, so...
Light has to make a decision. Will they go into mid making a lot of
Light
noise
is
or
stuck
try to
in
push the
hole.
wall?
Will Light be a sussy barker? This is what we need to find out. Bottom tamer on the other side of the wall. Blocking off all. Lunarian in mid, ready to give Light some support. Light making the noise, and Light is indeed a sussy barker. Lunarian gets the pick onto Dal near B, and Ysynth peeks.
Sorry. So the attacking team being actually able to take B point because the defense didn't rotate fast enough, even though Light did make noise indicating that there might have been a rotate.
I think that Light waited the perfect amount of time
Exactly, and
for the team to get on site.
and
Chop
they
that kill, we'd love to see it.
Light didn't even get caught, and now they are with the team to make this amazing through smoke kill.
Yeah, Synth in the 1v4 is walled off right now. And got revealed, and it's caught out by Lunarian coming out from elbow.
The unfortunate knife out.
Sometimes you just gotta run and pray, and it works, but this time it didn't.
Absolutely. CEO always flashing either with the weapon or the knife. What a rich kid being like, oh, look what I bought.
Look at my knife. Pop Drops gets the Marshall tag onto CEO. But also gets revealed by this recon. Ysynth able to pick off feeble excuses with a ghost. Headshot.
That is a very good kill at that because CEO is low from Pops shooting at them, and they can't be healed now because the stage is down.
Lunarian picks off Dal again, able to get another pick onto Nissin. Lunarian has another run it back, able to run onto A and get info for the team so they can push on and plan. Lunarian is spotted at the end of the ult, but is able to still catch bottom tamer.
Exactly. Able to take one for
The
the team
recon
before.
gets popped, drops, and now they know roughly where one is, but they have no idea where Maestro is.
Exactly, and ELDERGAY was
Lunarian
at a disadvantage at the
running
beginning
around
of
the
run.
back, getting Lunarian, and will we see the first ace of the tournament? Light!
Light is stealing it!
Light is
Light-
stolen an ace!
Stealing Lunarian's amazing ace!
We already knew Light was a sussy barker, but this is a next level.
Light really said no fun allowed here.
Light is not having anything with the clips.
Even the observers,
Cameraman
yeah,
is
even the
not
observers
having
not
it.
there. No, Light, this is not something you do to your mates. Oh, the wall act. Oh,
the wall blocks the recon.
exactly,
Denying
and
information. Light gets
Massive
on site, but gets
down B.
traded out by bottom tamer.
exactly, and now they are in control of the
One
spike.
enemy remaining.
And
Spike
it's a
is on
1v4 from the CEO of ELDERGAY. And the synth is able to clean it up with another 4K. How many 4Ks have we seen this tournament? Like,
I
so
feel
many.
like yeah, we saw a lot of 4Ks all through the tournament. We did see an ace, I believe,
You've seen
but
this?
not that many. I think so, or maybe I imagined it.
I don't remember an ace.
Honestly, I think I want, even if it didn't, maybe it existed, and if it didn't, I
mean,
just wanted to see.
Lunara
so
deserved that one, but...
Absolutely.
Light
No
said
ace?
no.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I've been
Lunarian
corrected.
is being offered a place on Team Boobgir where their ace will not be stolen.
Yeah. No ace so far. I wanted to see it so much, I think I invented it. Oh, that with a very good
Now gets the pick on
here.
the Light. Light is now the enemy of man. And Popdrops is able to get another pick onto the CEO.
You will not kill
Absolutely,
my
but a
ally.
very good deny of position from Runa here.
Light
Allowing the res.
gets res. And Popdrops is stuck on the right side of it, but is able to still get Lunarian and Runa.
Standing. Spike down
Maestro
A.
picks up Feeble, but Light, who has been just in res, heals to full, is able to get Popdrops.
You know, I
And
feel that's
heals-
what you call a very good
Heals back
res
to
there.
Mm-hmm.
That's called values.
Yeah,
Oh,
but gets
and Fox-
double peaked and is
Absolutely.
unable to get the rest of them. Light has put in a lot of work as, like, the main entry fragger for Team ELDERGAY for
Absolutely.
most of the tournament, and has definitely pulled out some clutches. Had a massive one last game.
Absolutely. And
But I
Modern
think that-
Gamer is actually going for the wall on the right spot again. Did
Mhm.
they do it the
Launching
previous
smoke.
round, or are they really able to read where they might come?
I
Well-
think the bottom tamer is holding out the wall, ready to use it if there's
True.
noise.
That
And-
might be.
I think that there's a lot of noise mid, and bottom tamer opts that the wall is worth it. Your synth pops the showstopper, but not getting any value out of it.
No, absolutely not, because bottom tamer stole the kill that the ult was going to take.
Light gets Dal as they get reconned by the server drone. Evil excuses in an interesting spot, trying to get a gun, has gotten a gun, but gets picked off by bottom tamer. The wall is broken, and CEO of ELDERGAY is able to make some presence known, even if the rest of the team is rotating and is already on A.
But that is a good arrow though, because the team is staying on B instead of rotating right where, allowing them to take control of the point.
Now ELDERGAY has basically all of A site, and that's a lot of sight, especially on Breeze.
Yeah, definitely. That might prove a problem though. It might be too.
It might be too big for them to take control of, but I think that these brim smokes are going to be the deciding factor.
Absolutely.
Blocking off vision from most players. Maestro jumps onto the CEO of ELDERGAY's head.
One enemy remaining.
And ELDERGAY gets caught. The entire team gets caught with the recon dart out. Oh, and Dal is able to prevent Bruna from getting the kill. And they just get the defuse with 1 second left.
Absolutely right in time. And we're seeing another very useful res here, because Yoru was able to use the ult and go on point, taking down CEO.
Yep. And eventually getting the final pick on Saruna.
Absolutely.
Saving the diffuser. It's... These reses onto the duelists that we're really coming in clutch. Proving...
Absolutely. Those are all very good reses. And very safe ones too. Like, this one was made during the rotate, taking advantage of the attackers being on point to pick the res while rotating. Not even losing time
gets
for
hit by the recon, throws out the snake bites, but Lunarian is already in with the run it back. We're seeing a gay beam from the CEO.
Exactly.
It hits Pop Drops' corpse. I like it. And Lunarian is able to get another pick onto Maestro,
and a very
showing her dominance.
A very good Phoenix hold there, because even though Phoenix didn't actually kill anyone, they died and their teammates were able to revenge. But that wasn't really even a revenge, because there was no one to revenge.
It wasn't really a trade, because it was the Phoenix ult, not an actual, like, player life.
Absolutely.
And Lunarian is gonna watch exactly where Nissan is coming from. Just the read on Nissan.
Well, you know, we were talking about how we wanted to see what Lunarian is going to do on Phoenix. Well, I can say that so far I'm convinced.
Oh yeah, Lunarian has had like Phoenix in her back pocket and has pulled it out perfectly for this match. Like, we saw the almost ace that was so deserved, like, why did you steal it? And we saw all of the amazing ults, even just for info. But the other one getting, like, 3 kills. Insane. Pop Drops gets revealed. Is not gonna... Decides to just try and get a pick through the smoke.
Well, the smoke here was very useful, because even though Pops was being reckoned by the arrow, they were able to reposition without being seen.
And didn't take any damage either. Lunarian has been revealed, and Light has an op.
Light has an op now and takes a kill.
Gal is able to get the pick onto Lunarian. This could be big. Light is stuck in a very awkward spot, especially with the operator.
Exactly. That's going to be a very...
gets a kill onto Feeble. And we see another Brim ult.
I think this one was actually better.
Pin Yasin into the boxes.
Definitely, and the Molly was really preventing the defense to advance. It was really good, and now... Well, now the defense is not at an advantage, it's 2v3. But Yasin actually corrects the numbers.
Gets a pick onto Runa, and now Yasin has very little health. But Light is able to back up with the operator on bomb, and CEO's running it down anyway.
Exactly, and
they
keep
both
the
able
up.
to get out, and they keep the up.
They keep the up, and that's something that we need to note, because this is Breeze. The op is OP. That's in the name, especially on Breeze.
Most angles that you peek on Breeze, a Phantom will not one-shot headshot, neither will a Sheriff. And while a Vandal will one-shot headshot, if you can't reliably hit those headshots, but you can maybe slow down a bit and hit consistent body shots. And Op is just the most powerful thing.
Absolutely, the ops doesn't care if it's head or body. And not only that, but there is a lot of distances which can makes it hard to know where exactly you are aiming. But that's not a problem with the op, especially with the double zoom.
Joke's
Oh,
over!
yeah.
You're dead!
Oh, another Lunarian.
We're seeing
How
another
many-
Phoenix ult from Lunarian.
How many
And
ult
Runa
has Lunarian
Spike
gotten
down
yet?
B.
I wasn't counting.
I think that's the third
Shit.
already.
Nascent with the flank, able to catch Lunarian coming out of the ult. And now has the heal from Bottom Tamer, who gets picked off by Light with the op.
Very
Pop Drops
unfortunate
is
here.
behind
enemy
Light
remaining.
and is able
And
to get the
taking
pick.
down the op.
CEO in a 1v3 gets spotted and killed by Dal in the Yoru ult.
A very, very
Amazing
Yes.
play to end
Switching
the half.
sides.
a very, very clean run here from the defense. Boobgir is really able to hold the flanks, I think. The moment ELDERGAY, it's something that we saw yesterday too, the moment ELDERGAY are starting to sit in one position is really the moment that Boobgir really take advantage of them.
Yeah, and we're seeing the teams just vibing in extra. I think Dal's trying to hold the Viper Spray's hand,
Oh no.
even if they have a Viper
Not
on their
Viper.
team. Now, Lunarian has the Phoenix screen out. Never mind. But is ready to use it to delay the push even just a little bit. 69, nice. But Lunarian is able to break the cam, even though she was seen by it. And I think that most of the team is currently near or in hall. Yeah. We're seeing
Definitely.
this slow. And CEO of ELDERGAY is running up a bit. Because, as we know, you have to have the Elder Flame Frenzy.
And they have actually abandoned the position in corridor to rotate, but it appears that ELDERGAY is really sensing the rotate happening because they are rotating very fast as well, and they are going to arrive more or less at the same times on point.
Yep, Light gets a pick
Spike
onto
planted.
Nielsen. We have half of each team pretty low in this 4v4.
Healing.
And both Dal and the CEO were able to get out of mid alive.
Done.
But Light catches Dal off. Bottom Tamer, Alt Fire Classics to CEO. And sometimes you just need that.
So-
Lunarian coming on site, getting a pick onto Pops. Light is coming
One
in with the
enemy
flank.
remaining.
Gets
Light
Maestro.
Absolutely,
And
Maestro was
Lunarian
themselves
sticks it as
flanking.
Light comes in with the 4K.
You know, that one was really impressive from the Reyna, because Cypher was flanking, but Reyna sensed it and killed the flank while flanking themselves.
Yeah, it's like you had one person flanking and then they got killed and then someone was flanking them, but that flank didn't quite work.
Exactly.
And it's just the chances you have to take with where you want to be, like, in relation to the bomb.
They're not gonna get an inch.
Thank you, Phoenix. Very cool.
Well, we didn't. Did we have a very weird Phoenix voice line yet?
A lot of Phoenix voice lines are really weird, but I don't think we've heard any of the particularly bad ones yet.
I was really referring to Buy Stuff Kaching.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad, but oh well.
I think it's very bad. This is my favorite. So they
Yeah.
are taking control of A thanks to the
Spike
Viper
planted.
wall here, and there's not much that ELDERGAY can do to prevent the plan because they were not exactly on point either. They are playing retake, which we know is their forte.
Especially with that amazing retake we just saw from Lunarian and Light. The bomb goes down and they are pushing in. Runa getting a pick with the Spectre. ELDERGAY
One enemy
running it
remaining.
down. Giving the team info. I don't know if anyone knows where Dal is. Dal able to get the pick on Lunarian, but Light trades it out, and the round will
Absolutely.
go to ELDERGAY.
Well, you know, I think like Dal here was kind of doing the Nofen too. Like, you're not going to get a team ace or a
Yeah.
perfect. It's just not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
We really have deniers there.
Mm-hmm.
No flawless
Definitely.
and no ace allowed.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, we have
Pops with the Marshall.
exactly. So
Been able to do quite a lot of damage in the past.
Oh, the Marshall.
But Light with the op!
Exactly like
Only gonna
such a
shove that
operator.
down. Oh, sees a tiny bit of the head, but isn't able to hit it. Bottom chamber already on site,
Spike
planting.
planted.
Light gets hit with a snake bite out of the sky. I don't know where that came from. Pops watching
Obi
CT.
and Reyna.
We see the Empress come out. Light is ready to get those picks, but Pops proving that a more
Pops
expensive
popping
gun
off.
doesn't mean everything.
Exactly.
And getting tagged by the server drone. I think that was actually.
I don't know, but
Last player
Lunarian
standing.
gets traded out, and it's left
oh,
with just a
Theo being
CEO
able
of
to take
Eldergay.
the kill.
Pop drops. Not quite able to finish.
One enemy
They're
remaining.
off. Gets pop drops. Pop
Well-
drops, but
Theo actually managed to.
trapped.
Yeah, but Theo here was really able to drop the weapons there.
I have money if you need.
Even though Boobgir did win the round, their economy isn't as good as it could have been. Because of the skills, only the Cypher was alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely, like,
I
assess the
knew, I-
situation, realize that the time was too low and weren't going to be able to defuse. Instead,
I also-
decided to try and get as many picks as possible.
I
Also,
also
the score
don't
is
want to be
6-9.
that person. Exactly. I was going to say I don't want to be that person, but it's 6-9 right now.
Yeah, the score is 6-9. We need to acknowledge this.
Nice.
So, can we get nice in chat?
Oh, Meister actually going for the rotate here right after being seen, I think, on window.
Yeah, Synth does get seen by Light as well. And Runa
Exactly, but-
throwing in the molly.
That's
What?
interesting here because the duelists have been seen here, but
Light gets a stim beacon
Oh, wait.
thrown onto them, peeks but doesn't see anyone.
the rest of the team
God
is
damn it.
on A, and
Able to get Lunarian on A.
exactly. But the defense was actually barely moving, which means they are not that far away.
And now we see the Viper Pit coming out. And now, we haven't seen much of the Viper Pit, honestly. We haven't, I think the
No,
only
not
other
yet.
hit we had was
Well,
on Breeze.
It can be a difficult ult to use in defense,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
so it might have been why.
Light gets recon, and it just wildly sprays into
Last
panic
player
with the
standing.
entire team.
Oh,
shooting
Runa
at
with the
them.
1 HP.
Runa with the 1 HP in the pit is not going to be able to clutch it out, and it's a flawless for Team Boobgir.
Well, that is the strength of the pit, and honestly, it's such a strong ult, especially since the enemy team all have Vandals, so even if they spray, you are more or less able to say where they are, unlike a Phantom.
Honestly, the Viper Pit is one of the... No, we're having hardware problems, so we might see a pause.
Oh.
Yep, we're
Oh, I
going
was
to go into a pause.
I was gonna
right now.
ask whose mouse is not working, and it appears it actually is a mouse not working.
Oh. That looks like bottom tamer's mouse. Is not working.
Just turn it on.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Exactly. Well, that's the problem with mouses that you didn't have back when we still had wires, you know? I'm gonna be the very old woman here, but I'm gonna say it. We run on batteries and piles now. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'm gonna try to play Valorant with a very old wire mouse.
That just seems like painful.
Yeah, but it can be. I mean, if you saw my setup playing Valorant, I'm not that far away from it, so.
It'd be like that sometimes. Just seeing a beautiful angle of the tactic.
Well, honestly, that's. Let's talk about it though. I know that everyone hates Breeze because it's very hard to play, but honestly, it's such a pretty map.
Definitely. And I mean, it's one of the best maps to be stuck on, I'd say, because it's a pretty nice beach compared to a city floating in the sky.
Exactly.
Just what looks like an abandoned town, an abandoned town in the middle of a desert. Icebox.
Even the icebox,
so,
yeah.
Synth looking directly at the camera. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I feel like they don't know how it works in cinema. We said no, look at the camera. It's not hard.
Now we see Pops staring directly into the camera and also my soul.
Exactly. Well, it's Viper. Viper can look into my soul. There's no problem.
I will allow it, honestly.
Exactly. But yeah, like Breeze is really such. Like I feel like the details and everything. It's really such a beautiful, beautiful map. And I'm technically currently in vacations in the south, and I still want to go in the south, even though I am just watching that.
Although it does look very, very pretty, I do not like the amount of sand that I would get inevitably everywhere.
Oh, that is the one problem with sand. That you can have everything just be nice. You have to have downfalls.
Oh, even a very nice view.
Even removing the UE so that we see the map better.
Yes. Tell the caster to look at Brimstone's ass? No.
What? Okay, I'm gonna.
That was Runa. That was Runa.
Yeah,
that was Runa.
Listen, I'm gonna be the one saying it. Brimstone's ass is slept on.
Definitely. It's definitely not. Like, it's not as round, but it is just as big.
Yeah, but if you compare it to something like Yoru's or Phoenix's,
yeah, there we go.
Look at that.
There we go. Look at that.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
We do love some old man ass sometimes.
We love all ass here.
Oh, it's okay. So the game is able to start again.
And we see pop drops getting revealed. We see the Phoenix wall coming out from Narian. Looks like Team Boobgir's pretty split right now.
Exactly.
Trying to show a lot of presence on both sites. Maybe to even further split up Team ELDERGAY.
I think it's good though. They have two duelists on different positions. And kind of pays off here.
Now able to catch it out. Feeble excuses. First pick on Sage is definitely gonna help.
Oh, but look at Light. Look at Light on the minimap. Light is going for the flank.
Light is trying to catch Team Boobgir on the rotate, but is spotted by Pop Drops and taken out.
Here.
Pop Drops absolutely felt it coming.
Honestly, I think that was.
I think Pops.
The gun.
Pops is very aware that sitting in one place can be dangerous.
Absolutely. Dal almost gets caught with the teleport out, but really not quite. Dal gets caught by Lunarian with the Sheriff
Planted.
Oh, absolutely.
and is able
Come on, let's
to
go.
give Lunarian a gun, and we're seeing another Phoenix ult.
That is the fourth. Oh, but Phoenix is actually stuck by the wall.
Walled off.
Exactly, and so that ult, unlike the previous three, it's not going to have any value because of that.
Scanning ahead.
Pop those spots. The CEO but isn't
One
able to get the
enemy
pick.
remaining.
Oh, finishes it off right
And
there.
Lunarian is
And
alone.
let's see if Lunarian, yeah, he's just gonna
Lunarian's
save the
Honestly,
Vandal and the Sheriff.
that does make sense because Lunarian started only with a sheriff and got to pick a
Yeah.
battle. I think economically it's
Yep.
better for them.
And honestly, we're seeing Team Boobgir close the gap, the score gap a bit.
Absolutely.
And while, yeah, CEO, yeah, the CEO specifically, ELDERGAY is ahead by 1. That doesn't really mean that much.
That doesn't, but there's something I've noticed, and it's that on Breeze, it appears that ELDERGAY is not able to close in with the retake as much as they do on the other maps.
Definitely, I think it's the map size that really puts them at a disadvantage.
Definitely, and it's harder to retake too, because even though the points are so large, the entry points are so tiny.
You can definitely get stuck in a ton of different places.
Absolutely, and we've seen that happen on attack as well from both teams being stuck at some point and not really going for anything.
Brimstone's dead.
Dal catches Runa running.
Very good kill on Runa, but
I think
yes,
we're
the
gonna
wall,
see
I think it's going to be a res. Oh, it's not
No.
actually.
no res yet.
Well,
You will
might
not
not
Dal
have
kill
res
my
yet.
ally.
Sure.
Oh, but bottom
Yeah.
tamer does res.
But
However,
bottom aimer is able to get off the res.
exactly, and we
for
go from
Team
a full.
Boobgir.
We go from a 4v4 to a 5v5, but quickly gets it back to a 4v4.
30 seconds left.
Dal, no. Luna get taken out by Pops.
And
And
Light is
Dal
going
is going into mid. Light with the flank, not being very quiet though. Gets spotted by Dal. And
I
Dal
think Light-
gets the pick.
Scanning ahead.
Exactly, but I think
10
Light didn't
seconds
really
left.
know
Found
where
them.
they were supposed to go. I think there was a floating moment of, do I need to flank
One
B or
enemy
flank
remaining.
A? And it was an actual question because I'm pretty sure that Boobgir didn't know yet at
Takes
that
out
point.
feeble excuses. The CEO is just running it down, but it's not enough to take out bottom tamer. And we're back tied up 9-9. We might see another overtime game.
Oh god, if it is another overtime game, it's gonna be something. And I think it's really working what they're doing with the split push.
Yeah, definitely holding out to plant until the last second, getting damage and util out of Team ELDERGAY.
Yeah, and ELDERGAY is having a hard time, rotating properly, I think. They are rotating very fast when they are starting to understand where. So
Dal
it's
fakes the sussy Barker play, but will it work on Feeble? He's still watching that angle. Hits Dal, but Dal gets immediately healed.
I don't know if it worked on Feeble, but I'm pretty sure it did work on the Phoenix, because the Phoenix went to check.
They're spraying through smoke, but Maestro's able to get Lunarian. Do we see a kill from the Brimmer? Not quite, but it's a lot of damage.
Not really an
Maestro.
ult, but something that follows them through position and gets them a kill anyway.
definitely
Where's-
forces them to rotate. But
Exactly.
we have Nyacinth, who is
30 seconds left.
in the defender's spawn almost on B side. But Lunarian does get rezzed. And now we have a very weak Team Boobgir versus all
Absolutely.
5 of Team ELDERGAY.
Yes, but see, here, Nya knows that they're going to go for the retake and basically knows that someone is going to come from behind, so they are expecting it. And Lunarian is not watching.
Get
Oh,
out of here.
that's what I was saying. Lunarian was not watching and so was caught by surprise.
Over here. Over here.
Dal
But
doing
Dal
tremendous
able
work
to take
here.
out Rage with
Dal
the
is
team.
very low.
But
Very
Dal
low
is
and still
very
getting a lot of
low.
kills.
One enemy
Bottom
remaining.
Tamer is able to
Last
take out
player
Runa,
standing.
and the CEO does not have time to defuse and doesn't
does
get
not
out
have time-
alive. But
Exactly.
Dal, with 10 HP, is able to get out.
Exactly.
win the
10
round
HP,
for the
2
team.
kills. 2 kills and run out and win the round.
Amazing Yoru play from Dal, showing once again that he is incredibly flexible and can play.
Oh,
has played 5 different agents this tournament now.
I see where this is going. I see what we're looking at here.
I'm liking it. It's
Um,
nice. It's a good view.
Exactly. We didn't have that one, I think, on Breeze yet, so
No.
you know, obligatory at some point.
Oh, definitely. Would love to see more of that. Anyway, the round. Moving into the
Once-
round, we. Dal gets 2 picks on
Exactly.
B. Runa and Light pushed out too aggressively
And I
And
think
Dal's
they
gonna
were
keep
going on equal
pushing.
here.
into spawn. Yeah, it is an eco round for Team ELDERGAY, but even still, Dal proving that he's still a major player of the game in this game. Nyacinth takes out Lunarian,
One enemy remaining.
and Dal gets a
Dal
third onto
third.
Feeble Excuses. It's now just the CEO of ELDERGAY alone on A, while the bomb is being planted on B. Now, there are a couple
spike
mid.
planted.
Maestro's waiting here for him. And gets him
Yeah.
off guard. Just
Mine's
like
are
that.
really going here for the very campy flank. That actually works because, well, that was one of the obvious way to go.
Seeing quite a lot of plays from Team Boobgir right now. We knew that ELDERGAY had learned from yesterday, but I think that so have Team Boobgir, but it's coming in a bit
Heading
later.
ahead.
I think they needed a bit more time to really figure out what the tricks that Elderflame had up their sleeve. And I think that once they got the read on Lunarian's Phoenix, that it's been they've just been able to run it down. Nyacinth getting the pick onto Runa quite early off. Nyacinth in just up.
Exactly. The high ground.
There.
And playing the retake here again, they are really leaving that specific B point a lot.
We're seeing a gay beam which pushes out 3 people from backside. Doesn't get a kill, but gets quite a lot of damage. And Feeble is able to finish off Maestro. Lunarian
The thing is-
with the flank almost gets bottom tamer, but not quite. Able to get off the res. Light gets pop drops. Feeble gets pop
One
drops.
enemy remaining.
Maestro is not moving. And Nyacinth gets a pick, but is running away because they don't have time.
No, they don't. And Nyacinth knows it.
Yeah, and that's another clutch.
And the thing is here that
Oh,
Nyacinth
Team
really
Boobgir.
was patient because they waited a long time. The Sage didn't even see that Nyacinth was there. And Nyacinth just waited until the very last moment to show their position and take advantage of it.
Yeah. I think that Team ELDERGAY changed up their strategies perfectly going into today, and it was able to get game one, even if it was a slog. But now they're running out of tricks up their sleeve, and I think the Team Boobgir is going to be able to come back quite a bit. Especially in Breeze. But then again, we could see, well, we have to see smaller maps later, which could be more sided towards Team ELDERGAY. Lunarian gets the pick onto Nysynth and is heading in with the run it back to get information. But we'll soon find out that there's no one there, and that they've all but Dal rotated onto A.
Absolutely, an interesting run back here, because instead of pushing very fast where they come from, Lunayan actually chose to go into the points to push with the team with their ults, which led to them not finding anyone, but it was not what could have been expected, actually.
Lunarian picks up another kill on Dal, breaks the Cypher camera, and spots Pops out of the Viper pit. Pops gets a kill on the Feeble, but Lunarian is behind.
One enemy remaining.
And no more Viper pit!
And the Viper pit goes down, and Runa is gonna be able to get the diffuser.
Absolutely. You know, there's something I've noticed on this map, is that Viper's pit feels so tiny.
Yeah, if you side of it for too long, it goes away. But if you're inside of it, you're stuck in a very, very small area of the map.
No, not in that sense. In the sense that in the other map you have a feeling that it's absolutely huge. But on this map is so big itself that it does feel kind of tiny. And the way that the points are advanced, it doesn't even take all of them, and the boobies and the colon are actually taking space inside the pit, making it even tinier.
Definitely. And normally, in a Viper pit, you can play the entirety of side, but that just isn't able, like, you just can't do that on Breeze.
Definitely.
But seeing Lunarian watching mid doors, able to swing out and catch Nysynth off guard, and then goes back to heal a bit.
Playing a very patient game too, waiting for them to possibly push before taking the first pick here.
Pops gets a pick on the ELDERGAY, and Maestro takes down Feeble on Sage. A massive pick for that team, but Lunarian is able to get revenge, but Dal trades it out, and it's now a 2v2.
It is a 2v2 with Runa already on the point, but both of them closing in. And Light is actually so far away.
30 seconds left.
Runa gets pincered by both
Exactly,
Dal
Light
and
far
Bottom
away.
Tamer,
Spike planted.
and we have to see if Light can pull off another clutch with no devours or dismisses.
And the wall is really good here because it forces Light to go into one very specific angle.
Dal throws out the Euro TP. Don't think Light gets spotted though.
I think that Light was spotted though. I think we have
Maybe.
seen.
Bottom Tamer's running around, get another angle, and Dal pulls off the TP and gets the map for Team Boobgir. And it is 1-1.
A very good TP here. Like, instead of just putting it and then flashing, well, I don't remember if that had flashes, but instead of just putting it and flashing, revealing that they were going to TP, instead they waited the long run and waited for Light to be very, very close to them until they TP'd away, knowing exactly where Light was and being able to do a crossfire with the Sage.
Yep. The TP was set up perfectly to pull off that pincer maneuver, and Bottom Tamer running around distracted Light as well, not necessarily thinking about the TP. Definitely well played from everyone that game.
Absolutely. And I think it's very interesting because, as we were saying, the games are very close. And yesterday it was a good win on Boobgir, but even if they did
Hmm.
get 1 point here, it's not an easy win either.
Yeah, they had to work for their win, which is definitely different for what we were seeing yesterday.
So yeah, it's very interesting and very close, and I really like that it's happening during this finale because it's
Hmm.
really like I think we didn't have a 1-1 yet.
No, this is the first 1-1 game. All the games yesterday were 2-0.
Exactly. So that's really interesting. And I kind of want. We didn't get an ace this time. Like solid,
Hmm.
but maybe the ace we deserve is the one in the
Maybe,
last map. You know,
maybe the ace was the friends we made along the way.
maybe too.